Today, let us discuss about continue our discussion about AWK, one of the advanced filter. Okay, in the today's class, just once. So, once again, as in the previous class, we are going to discuss with the one sample file, that is emp.lst. This is our sample file. How we can extract? Now this is a normal text file, so typed but with some specific format is decided about as far as contents are concerned. So we go according to some of the followed some formats, like a delimiter for each field, etc. is decided for in this particular file. Now next we are going to discuss about the other features. That's about what are the other features that is supported by AWK. With respect, so I will continue as usual in with the demonstration. As I said, any command. One more point to note is that sometimes you may get a G. Okay, this but the application may be GAWK. Okay, GAWK also the same thing. It's very much equal to AWK. GNU version of the is GAWK, and all the commands that applies for AWK works here, or something like it is for GCC and CC. GC is the standard open source version. CC is the traditional Unix naming. AWK is the Unix naming anyway. In Linux, we are using GAWK. Both are having same license scheme. There is no difference. Okay, this is just for your observation or to your notice. So in the last class, we said that any application or GAWK, then next comes the options. In case if you want to give any options, you can mention the options field like -f, etc. And after that, the next part is the selection criteria and action. Now, selection criteria usually starts with a dot, the inverted quote, and then a colon. This is the selection criteria. Here we are going to mention the string name. Say, for example, if I write sales, if this is the selection criteria for me, then default action, what should be the action? I am going to can write it in flower bracket. Then write default, even if you are not writing this, print will work. Anyway, default action field is print. Close the flower bracket, then close the inverted quote. Then input file. You are searching for a string sales, and all the lines which contain sales is printed here. Input file is emp dot our file name, text file emp.lst. Then you are going to get the output like this from the given input file. All the stuff belonging to sales department and their details are entered here. So even in the last class also we have seen, if you are not writing a selection criteria, any selection criteria, everything is selected. Say for example, if you remove sales from here, or if you are not going to write anything about the selection criteria, everything will match. So very much equal to printing or the cat emp.lst. Same kind of output you are going to get with the, if you omit the selection criteria. And even if you are not writing print, default action will prevail upon. That's what we discussed it in the previous class also. It will print. And also we have seen how to process this same sample file with the different options. The one of the point is that you need to note is that it can support for regular expression also. That also we tried with the -f. In case if you want to use a regular expression, you are mentioning that what is the delimiter for each field. So within double quote, we are mentioning that. Then go for selection criteria. And just to depict the selection criteria, you can use regular expressions. As usual, it will start with this. So in the regular expression within the square bracket, if I write k and x, third parameter can be either k or x. That is the meaning. First character is SA, second character is A, third character either K or X, and fourth character is once again S. In this way, and again write star. After S, it can be anything, and it will need to end with the ENA. That is the selection string for us. Default action, if I say it is a print action, I need not mention it. It is a default print emp.lst. Two names are matching, Sham Saxena and JB Saxena. There is a difference in spellings, note down. Similarly, the next option we are splitting a line into different fields. So splitting the line into different fields based on a parameter, say once again, delimiter, if you consider it is f, then you can say sales is a selection criteria. Sales is a selection criteria, and while printing you can now make selections of not all the fields. You don't want to print all the fields of a particular line in the emp.lst. Instead, you want to print. By default, if you write to print, everything will be printed as usual. We studied, say for example, if you write like this, all the sales people, entire staff of the sales department is printed here. Now here the first field may be employee ID, name and designation, department, date of birth and salary. You don't want to want all these details. You want to be very selective. So you can add more things to the print. In the print option, you can write $2. That means the second column. That is a name only. Then if you are also interested in, say, department, or say or the second field, third field, then you can write $3. You can separate it by comma also, $3. And you can go on adding like these details. Now if you want only $2 and name and designation of the sales department, now look into the output. Delimiter is a vertical line, so delimiter is skipped, and you are going to get the details. A. Shukla and Chanchal Singhvi, Das Gupta, Anil Agrawal, and their designations. In this way, $1 stands for first line, $2 for second line, first column, $2 for second column, $3 for third column, etc. is the meaning. And also we have seen head and tail commands. In case if I use our previous head command, if you are interested only in first 2 lines of the particular input list, you are going to write this from the entire line. You are going to print first 2 lines. Similarly, there is one more command, that is a tail. this will print last two lines of the input files, head and tail. Okay, but support for these particular features as far as extracting the file contents. But remember that AWK is much more powerful. You can print few lines, not from beginning or not from last, in between also. The contiguous segment can be displayed. What you need to do for that, say for example, you write GAWK, then mention what is the delimiter, F, and this vertical is the delimiter. Now you need to mention what line numbers, which segment. You begin from line number X line number to Y line number. Everything, if you want to get it displayed, then take note. Next field, selection criteria part is selection criteria part. You are not selecting depending on a string available in a particular field. Instead, you want to print based on line numbers. Write NR. Okay, NR stands for, and write equal to, like in a C standard, line number 3. For example, if you want to get it displayed, 3 to line number, say for example 7. You want to print line number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And after selecting those lines, you are going to select lines 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from the input list. You don't want to process everything. So then you can go for printing it. Print also, either you can print everything, or else you can go for printing only selective fields. You can select a line number also. NR stands for a line number. Print NR, comma. Then in case if you are interested to print only the second field, that is the name, write $2. Second field in the line. And as well as if you want to print some other fields, you can go on adding it, write a comma, write $3, comma, $6. In this way, you can, criteria is from line number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And action part is that you want to print a line number and fields 2, 3, and 6 from the input file, from the input emp.lst. Sorry, I missed one quote here. So I'll repeat. Actually, this selection criteria should be ended with quote. Now look into the output. Line number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In that, column number 2, that is the name. Column number 3 is the designation. Column number 6 is the salary. Only these fields are displayed. In case if you want to print everything from line 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then you need to say just to print. Okay, print. So this is about splitting a line into different fields. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can get it clarified. And similarly, as far as displaying names are concerned, you can use a C-like printf statement also. Remember, C-like printf statement can be used. AWK accepts most of the formats used by printf function used in C. Okay, but in this %S format will be used for string data, %D for numeric. You can now produce a list of different selective fields from the input files. Say for example, in print option, when I say print option, you can be more selective here, printf. Now try to remember your C programming. You can use printf statements. Instead of print, you have to write printf then. That means you are using C style of printing. I will rewrite this print part to demonstrate. So you can say printf, then double quote, then you can write percentage. If you want to print one integer number, then you can write percentage d. If you want the space for that integer I am going to print should be, you can fix it. If I say 3-digit space for printing that particular number, I can write it in that way. Then this is the first integer number with the 3 with the space I am going to display. And in case if you want to display a string, then I can write percentage. Then again you can make it right alignment or left aligned. So let us try with this 20. Then if it is a string, your percentage, yes, you are right, but I am giving a numeric value. Let us play with that a little bit later. And then next field is you can print one more string part, maybe their department name and a department or designation. You can opt for it. And after that, in case if you are interested to display their salary, in the third string you can write percentage d, then /n. For one line you are going to print details in one line, and for another line you are going to go in for a new line. New line is also supported, very much equal to printf statement in C. Okay, then after that you will write comma, because first one is an integer number. Assume that that is you are using it for line number. Line number is represented by NR. You want to print. Second is you want to print a name. Name is in second field. So name is in second field. That's why you are writing $2. And after that, one more string you want to trying to display. Assume it is their designation. You can write $3. The last number you want to print is an integer number, stands for their salary. So that is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th column. So $6. $6 from the input for emp.lst. Now look into the output. Look into the output here. It's very much equal to C statement, C printf statements. Now look into in both the previous command also. If you look into that closely, I printed line number, name, designation, and salary. The same output I generated, but now the syntax is very much equal to C. This part, of course, without in C we use bracket after printf. Here there is no bracket. Now all now what is the meaning that even that percentage 3D, percentage -20s, -12s, this also works in C language. Okay, I don't know whether you practiced this kind of formatting or not. Now when you write -20, look into the way the names are arranged, or look into the percentage 3D, the first line number field. Look into the first command and second command. Now you can see there is a space before, because the total 3 spaces are used, 3 decimal digit spaces are used to represent it. Yeah, you can tweak that. Say for example, if I change it to say some 5 instead of 3, you will get more space in printing line numbers in the output. Look into the way the output printed. Line numbers are printed with the initially leaving some 4 fields. Total 5 fields are used. Similarly, you can play with this formatting statement. If I write plus 20s, then what happens? Instead of minus 20s, look into the way output displayed there. It uses 20 width. The space is moved again, and you can change that value also. If you change that to 30, yes, look into the way in which the name is printed. In this way, you can format the output of the text processing by using C language syntax. Every print and printf statement can be separately redirected with that greater than operator also, okay, and pipe symbols. However, make sure that file name or command that follows these symbols is enclosed within the double quotes. Okay, within the double quotes you need to input. Say, for example, let me try that command. Let me check whether it works. Now this particular output, instead of printing it in the screen, or I can give it as a input to another command, say for example sort. Now look into the output. Can you notice any change, whether it is scheme effect? Let me check it. Now, because the line number, because in the previous command you may not find a difference because NR is already sorted, line number is already sorted. Now look into this particular case. The second, I redirected the output printf statement to, and I created one file. Now output should be available in a separate file, not in the screen. Now notice this. What happened here is that, look into this particular operation carefully. The moment I write this command, after this, it is about to display the output in the monitor. Look into the previous case. But instead of displaying it in the monitor, I redirection. This is a redirection operator greater than symbol. That redirected output to one file named mmk. That's why you can notice the moment after executing this command, I just printed output of mmk. Actual output is stored in this particular file. Now even let me try with that sort once again. So because I used a line number there to print. Now instead of printing line number, I will remove that particular option. I want to print name, designation and their salary, and I don't want line number to be printed. So I get an output something like this. Now this output, let me check whether I can send it to, I can use a pipe operator, and this command should go to sort within the double quote. Yes. Now look into this. What happened here? Look into the output here. Sumit Chakrabarti, Barun, N.K. Gupta, Chanchal, Karuna. These are the outputs because of this command, these previous commands. I am printing line number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and only name, department and their salary is listed. So it is fine. Now modified that same code, and I sent it to another program called sort. Sort is a command which will sort all the data available to it, because now input data is line number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is given as an input to, look into this symbol, input to a command sort. Also note that the command, the pipe command is mentioned within double quotes. Within double quotes, I need it. That's very important part. And the single quote begins here, you see this, before this NR equal to 3, and ends here. Within that, I am piping the output, and I don't want to print it in the monitor. Instead, output I am going to give to another program called sort, the built-in program. Sort will sort the input, multiple input data and display the output. Now the entire data output is sorted alphabetically. See, starts with B, C, K, M, S, and accordingly their salaries also. You have sorted these outputs. Okay, this is about redirecting the output. AWK can redirect the output also. This is what you need to remember. And throughout this chapter, so we will be using variables and expressions with the AWK. Expressions comprise strings, variables and entities that are built by combining them with the operators, like some mathematical expressions, etc., etc. Unlike in programming language, AWK doesn't have character, int, long, double, and so forth as primitive data types. There is no concept of data type, integer data types, floating point data types, etc. Every expression can be interpreted either as a string or a number. Every expression can be interpreted as a string or number, and AWK makes the necessary conversion according to the context. Now, what do you mean by according to the context? AWK also allows the use of user-defined variables, but without declaring them. Variables are case sensitive. Small x is different from capital X. A variable is going to be declared the first time, unlike shell variables. AWK variables don't use the dollar either in assignment or in the evaluation. Okay, now let us try with some examples. Now look into this comparison operators. Starts with the numbers, etc. Now AWK or GAWK. -f, then field separator. I can assign values. Say for example, selection criteria is this is for third column. So we can say if it is equal to the third field, if it is equal to director and the OR operators. Look into third field if it is director, or if the third field if it is equal to chairman, then you can take action. Printf. You can write either you can. Okay, let me try only this much. Print. So I am going to print the lines which contains director and chairman. Third field, either it is a director or it should be chairman. I want to print everything. I don't know, and emp.lst. One sec. Look into the particular field 1, 2, 3. Director. Second field is a chairman. Need to go for selection. Or let me go through this. Printf. Expressions are printed here. I'll modify this content. Selection criteria. Then $3. Director. $3. Multiple selection option. It's supposed to work. Let me check it. sorry, something which went wrong with my data files. Let me check it out. Field separator is type and single quote. Sixth field, if it is greater than 7,500. Print. Yeah, this command works here. Now look into the relational operator here. Just I tried with the sixth field. From the sixth field, I am trying to, if the sixth field is greater than 7,500, only those lines I want to print. So then emp.lst is displayed here. Okay. Now actually similarly here, my intention was to club together multiple commands in this particular command. I want to print all the names whose designation is a chairman and director. With the R command I wanted to display, but there is some problem with that. Let me check with the, okay, I'll remove this. It is not taking that particular string director. That is a problem. But in numbers it is taking field string. There is a problem with the comparison strings. Okay, let me check it. I will let you know in the next class what is the problem with this command. Okay, now look into this particular command. Or so this is our input file. From this input file, I want to find out. I'm taking the sixth field, numerical comparison. Okay, I'm going to do a numerical comparison. Sixth field. If the sixth field is greater than 7,500, print that or something like this. This is the output for find the staff who is drawing salary more than 7,500. Then this is the output along with their salary. Similarly, if you want to find out those who are drawing less than 7,500, you are going to get the list of faculties, those who are getting less than 7,500 salary. Salary is the sixth field. That's why I have given $6 here. If the $6 value, if it is less than 7,500, you print. Of course, within the print statement, you can go for C like with the printf command also. The comparison operator. The point about strings, I will let you know what went wrong with that particular input text file. I will debug that again and I will come back to you. This is about the number comparisons. This number comparison also can be possible with the, let me try with another command, whether it works or not. $6 is less than 7,000, or okay, I will put it in this way. $7,000 or $6 equal to 5,000, then print everything. Yes, so look into this particular output. It displays the staff getting salary 7,000 or 5,000. Either salary should be 7,000, sixth field should be 7,000 or 5,000. Okay, that is displayed here. So you can club together with the numerical comparison, and also it's supposed to work. Let me put it another comparison command. Let me try with this, and $6,700. This could generate sixth field, cannot have both value. Okay, sorry, this is not what, this is not wrong logic. Anyway, so in a given line, I can compare one particular field. If the sixth field is 7,000, and you can also say the first field will get a matching parameter now, say 9876. With the AND operator, both conditions should satisfy. 7,09876, it should work. 9876. Actually, my intention is to match this particular line. Look into this particular line. So in this line, what I did, if the sixth field is 7,000, yes, there is an entry there, it matches, and the first field is 9876, then print that entire line. And actually that entire line should be printed just to demonstrate that whether AND works or not. Yes, it is working. So AND operator or operators are working. Okay. So this is what we said, the comparison operators, different logical operations also can be done. Similarly, to, not equal to, greater than or equal to, greater than, etc. So almost all the comparison operators which works with the C language also works with the AWK. Depending upon the context, you can make use of these particular fields. And to some extent, it is said that this operations also supports for, so take this number processing also. Let us try that. Say for example, in this particular field, if you look into this, let me take this particular example. Line number 3 to 7, I am printing some certain fields. So now if you look into the printf part here in the command, I'm printing say $6 is the, I am going to print that parameter 6. This is the variable name, $6 is for that. If star2 here, see what happens. Number is processed. Now look into Sumit Chakravarti. Sumit Chakravarti is 6,000. What I did here in the printf command, I multiplied that value $6, whatever the value stored in particular state or in the variable $6. I processed it. In a way into 2. I doubled it. Any value you can decrease it with the, say for example 0.4. Let us try with the 0.15, 0.5, 50%. I will reduce. If I do like this, see, original salary was 6,000. That is multiplied with the 0.5. So like this, all the salaries are reduced by 50%. Okay, this is what the number processing support can perform computation of numbers using arithmetic operators, even plus, minus, multiplication, division, and modulus operators also will work. Mod operators also will work with this. This you need to take note of it. And so we also discussed about it supports for variables also. How variables particular command. Okay, line number NR3. To NR7. I'm selecting that option. In the selection criteria, in the coding part within the flower bracket, I can declare one variable k equal to k plus 1. Now let me print it with the, instead of NR, I will write this value k. Whether it takes, let me check what went wrong. K, okay, k equal to k plus 1. One, two, three values I'm trying to print. 1, 2, 3. First one is integer, second one is $2, $3. $2 K $3. Let me check whether it supports or not. Linux system. No, sorry, I will come back to you with this particular variable calculation part. It was not working there. Okay, this is about the next part is about options of programs in a particular file. Now, if any files are there, you can enter programs, or we should hold large AWK programs in separate file and provide them with the .awk extensions for easier identification. Let us first store one of the program in the file. We will create one particular file, program name. Say for example, what we can do with the previous command. Let me take a copy of it. Yeah. I stored that entire one particular command in a file, set of commands, something like a program. And I'm using one option called test awk. Input file is emp.lst. Let me look into this. Now let us remove these quotes. From the program. Yes. See now, so with we can use a -f option with the AWK also. So now, for example, now look into this my file. We created one data file. Look into the format here. So this is a command AWK -f, then a colon as a pipe as a separator. Then I am not using single quote. Remember, note that there is no single quote here. $6 is equal to 7,000 and $6 equal to 5,000 print. Again, there is no quote to end it, and no need to mention input file also. Like this, I wrote one set of command in a file called test.awk, and this is our program file. Then save it. Program is in test.awk. Now I can execute this code with this particular option, awk -f, then delimiter. Then note this small f, that is a file name, input file name, where the code is stored. Test.awk is my code. For this code, input file is as usual my sample emp.lst. So emp input file name. For the code is written, expressions are written in awk file, test.awk, and I am executing it. Then this is the output. I am trying to print the content. Okay, the people who are getting salary 5,000. The entire details of that. In case if you want more details, or if you have selected details, you can properly write. Now look into the code there to your understanding. Test.awk is printing it. It is going to print that the matching characters are displayed there. So this is how you can use -f, and whereas the awk programs are in a particular file. Similarly, you can use begin and end sections, etc. And along with this, you need to also remember that in the previous class we mentioned one command called sed, SED. This SED is also for displaying text, processing the text files. SED is a stream editor. Now look into the way in which we are going to display the contents. If you want to print the 3 lines from the text file, input text file can write emp.lst. That will give first 3 lines of the input line. This is similar to awk, one more traditional stream editor. Similarly, this has got several different options, like then again you can say -n. Then within the single quote, you can write 1. Then again you can write 2p. Look into the way of output there. Where is these are input name. First 2 lines are displayed with this particular command. The first command where you are using 3q, okay, here the line addressing, the instruction 3q, whatever we wrote here in the first output, first sample, in this particular part, okay, it can be broken down to address 3 and the action q. Okay, and 3 is address, that stands for 3 lines, and q is the action, print that 3 lines and quit. When this instruction is enclosed within quotes and followed by 1 or more file names, you can simulate head -n3, displaying first 3 lines. Here 3 stands for the number of lines, Q stands for action, 3 is the selection criteria, 3 lines, and action is quit. Print that 3 correct lines and quit. That is the meaning. Generally, we will be using the P option, print option. That's what has happened here. P is for printing, command to display lines. However, this command behaves in a seemingly strange manner. It outputs both the selected lines as well as all the lines. It selects selected lines as well as all the lines. Now look into another variation of this command. Line number selected, that is 1 and 2. Line number 1 and 2 is selected and it is displayed there. P is stands for printing. To select the last line of the file, we use the dollar. Say for example, in case if you want to, in the same command, say -n, if you want to print last lines, then you enclose it with $P . emp.lst. Last line is going to be printed from the input file. Okay. To select lines from anywhere, in case if you want to print lines from anywhere, you can write with the SVD. Just to compare this with the AWK. Okay. Both does almost similar task. AWK is much more powerful because which supports for C also. C language set like syntax. Sed command, then selection criteria, line number 9 to 11, that's why you write comma, and what to do, you want to print P for printing, and close this file, then write file name emp.lst. See, line number 9, 10, 11 is displayed in this way. That also you need to remember. And look into another format, the way in which you can write -n. You can write a quote, then line number 1 and 2, you print it. Line number 1 and 2 you are going to print. Then you want to print line number 7 to 9, 7, 8, 9. You print it. That's why you write P. And if you want to print last line, either if you know the line number, you can write line number, otherwise you can write $P as well. $P stands for last line, $P. Now close the single quote. We started it in the initial line here, first line said that quoting, single quote is started here. In the first line of the command, here we started. Now end it. Input file is emp.lst. Now look into the output carefully. Line number 1 and 2 is printed. 7, 8, 9 line number is printed. And last line is printed. This is how we can select multiple group of lines. If you want to display or select or print multiple group of files, you can go in this particular way with the sed command. Sed also has a negation operator. Some not operation also you can do. Say for example, another version method of using this is you can write sed line number 3 to line number, but here you can give not operator. Don't print lines 3 to end. From line number 3 to line number to the last line, don't print it. If you don't want that part, you don't want to print line number 3, 4, 5, 6 until last line. This can be the output. Don't print lines 3 to end. From the line number 3 to and you are not going to print it. Similarly, you can use multiple instructions with the -e and -f. Those particular features we can practice it in the next class, where we will discuss about context addressing, which is very similar to AWK command. So some features of the AWK is also available in SED. Actually, AWK is the advanced version. Okay, we'll study that all other aspects of ECD in the next class. Okay, till then I advise you people to practice grep and ECD command very extensively. Okay, for the examination point as well. One point I have left behind is that I struck with that string processing. I will try to explain you clear the things in the next class, because there is some problem with the formatting of my input sample file. Let me correct it, and I will come up with the corrected files, and I will complete that particular part as well. Okay, if there is any doubt or clarification you require, you can ask me now. Any doubts? Yeah, any doubts from students' side? So remember, by reading it, reading these points or aspects will be very boring, as well as it may look very dry. But if you have a sample file, develop your own sample file and practice sed command as well as AWK to process the text file. This is a very important feature in Linux, because all the log files of the operating system will be logged with a definite format. If you know the format of an input file, then you can process it and you can extract the information from the given file. Okay, now at this point I will stop. See you in the next class. Bye for all.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, what is the portion?
Pardon?
What is
Hello?
the portion?
Portion for what?
For
Complete
exam,
what? For exam, whatever we cover, SED, whatever I covered till today, you read that. Okay. If you have any doubts regarding that, when you are practically working on your system, you just mail me or ping me in MS Teams. I will try to help you out. Okay. Anything else you want? Any other doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you all.